One? Let's get another. It's still early in the day.
Wanna go to Golden Dusk later?
Now this is a vacation.
Wow, it's so lively around here. Is there some kind of holiday?
We try to treat every day like a holiday around here. We believe every day is worth celebrating. Now, let me show you around. Where to start? Shochiku Cattle Records, Palomchi Plaza. There's so many options, but the hot springs, of course. Natural hot springs have tons of health benefits. Go for a nice long soak and you're good.
Wait, you want us to bathe?
Oh, don't be shy. Come on, I'll take you to get changed. Oh, Auntie Atea! Please, I've told you that just Atea is fine. Were you taking these two to the hot springs?
That's right. Oh, let me introduce you. This is the family just arrived in Matland, so I'm taking them around to explain.
I'm Mualani's neighbor, Atea. By the way, Mualani, I heard you lost to Kachina during.
Yeah, I was this close to winning. Definitely not the result I wanted, but still not too surprising. Anyway, it's all in the past. I'm gonna take these two for a date. Oh, wait. It'll need swimsuits first.
Hold it right there, young lady. Have you forgotten the rule about bathing in the rule?
There's a rule about bathing in the hot springs?
That's right. Outlanders have to complete a trial at an artificial hot spring before they're allowed access to the natural ones.
It's not nearly as scary as it sounds. Basically, natural hot springs have higher temperatures that not a few travelers have gotten scalded by the water in the past. So now we have an unwritten rule. All Outlanders need to adapt to the lower temperature artificial springs first. But seriously, Auntie Atea, do we have to be so strict? These two are formidable and
Famous last words. The hot springs are not to be underestimated. You can never be too careful. Besides, the environment's been insufferable.
that sounds dangerous. You know, pilots really not all that formidable.
Exactly. There will be no excessive risk-taking on my watch.
Okay.
That's more like it. And don't try anything funny. I'm heading to the artificial spring in a bit, and if I don't see you there, your days of copping free meals at my place are...
Relax. Oh, by the way, Atea, how
much better. How else would I have the energy to keep an eye on all you rascals? Hey! You over there! How many times have I told you no roughhousing near the hot springs?
Oh, shoot! That was your ladies back again!
Run! Stop right there! You need a stern talking to!
She sure has a lot of energy. She's a legend in our tribe. Everyone knows her.
can't enjoy them herself. I really respect her for that. Anyway, let's head to the artificial springs.
Let's get moving then. We can't let a word of this slip to anyone else.
Hey, Amina, Hikaru, Marukao. You three seem particular.
Oh, Mulani!
This is the Traveler and Paimon, two very important guests.
Oh, what a coincidence! We were just talking about her.
I think Auntie Atea's illness is taking...
Really? How can you tell?
Okay, so while you've been busy with the pilgrimage, we noticed that she's been visiting, specifically the hot springs in the cave to the north of our settlement. I'm sure you know the one. Apparently, she used to go there a lot before they became abandoned for some reason. She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night. I mean, it's pretty...
Yeah, so we got to thinking, what if we renovated the abandoned spring behind her back, then threw her a huge surprise party? Chief Amina thinks it's a great idea too. So, you want in?
Of course! How could you even think of pulling this off without me? I'm a little busy right now, though. I'll come find you once we're done at the hot springs.
Of course! Take your time. You should focus. These artificial springs are pretty new, but the experience is just as good as the natural ones if you ask me. We really worked hard on them, and you two, I know you want to focus on Atea's surprise, but don't forget your patrol duties in the meantime. The Abyss could attack at any moment, so we need...
You got it, Chief. We'll keep an eye out. You can count on us.
All right, we're off then. See you at the abandoned spring, Mulani.
I'm also gonna head out. Have fun!
Finally, it's hot spring time! Oh, I already arranged swimwear for you guys, by the way. Come on, I'll show you to the...
Yeah, it's so nice. The steam is warm too.
The first time I came to the hot springs, there was no calming effect whatsoever. I was such a little ball of energy. The moment my parents looked away, I ran off to the high temperature. It's actually pretty funny looking back on it. They were absolutely frantic, looking for me all over, until finally they saw my head slowly poke out from under the water. I was too young to remember the whole ordeal, but my parents told me all about it. A natural-born swimmer, my mother called me. Just like her, I taught myself how to dive under, so feel free to go for a swim. I'll be right here if you need rescuing.
Okay, here.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
Of course, and I'm glad you listened. I brought you all some milk. The temperature in the artificial springs isn't too high, so I went with Sora's crackers and grain food.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I did make them myself. Very few young people know how to truly appreciate hot springs, so listen carefully. The temperature of the hot spring not only determines the time to bathe in a hot spring, is to completely empty your mind. As such, swimming around the pool is incredibly disruptive and impolite.
Hey!
All sure you drink your milk. I'm looking at you, Mualani. I still remember how you used to pour it. That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not.
Okay.
Paimon didn't think you were the type to do something.
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. But turns out milk is pretty easy to spot when you pour it into Some people get dizzy if they stay in here too long. You guys alright?
Paimon's fine, just a bit stuffed.
Looks like you two are naturals. Oh, by the way, I have to leave you on your own for a little while this afternoon. I certainly don't trust their aesthetic tastes. Who knows what will become of the place if I leave them unattended. In exchange, though, I can recommend a couple of shops that are worth it.